literally can't believe I'm talking about this week. I get my courage. I can't even say the word sex without feeling embarrassed. Oh. Hey guys, welcome back to Thinking Out Loud with Shan, aka Shannon, which is me. Hello, how are you? New week, new vibes, all positive. We've had some like lovely weather. We've had some good news from Boris that we could be out. Like, literally manifest it. It's going to happen. Think positive. Please don't let anything change, please. But before I get on to this week's vlog, if you like this vlog, please give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe to me. But also head over to my Instagram account, which is Thinking Out Loud with Shan. And also head over to my TikTok page, because I'm trying to be a TikTok influencer, but it is still failing miserably. But it's Shan Jane XOXO, and yeah, just see me basically take the piss out of myself. But why don't we get on? I'm actually nervous about talking about this. I can't even talk about it without even laughing. To this week's topic. These are all the things that I needed to know when I was younger.
So today we're talking about sex, periods, and contraception.
What is a period for people that don't know? A period is when you bleed through your vagina for a couple of days a month, basically, and you feel like absolute shit. Basically, like, I remember when I started my period, I was really late. I was, I think, about 14, 15, and I was at school. And I feel like at school they only like show you or tell you the science bits of a period. They don't really go into the emotions of it. Well, when I was at school they didn't. They were just like, okay, this is what happens through your vagina, this is where you bleed, blah blah blah. Never like, okay Shannon, you're going to get really tired, or you're going to get really bloated, you're going to want to cry, you know, a couple of days before and eat loads of chocolate. And just be a bit of a bitch, really. And it's all a build-up of the emotion which you'll release through basically a period. You realise, like, oh, so that's why my boobs have grown, and oh, that's why my belly's swollen. And, you know, as you grow up, your periods can get less or worse. And mine, I don't know about you guys, but my period is really bad. For example, when I was younger, my mum really didn't talk about, or my dad, because it could be whoever, they didn't really talk about like periods or sex or contraception because it was their generation. And I feel that like she felt embarrassed to talk about it to me. And then if I didn't know from her, how else was I supposed to feel comfortable in, you know, talking to her about stuff like that? So for me in the future, and that was no like fault of her own, that was just because of generation. So in the future I want to be open and honest as possible to my kids about this. But anyway, so as I was saying, my periods are really bad. It says here, right, I've just saw on NHS Trust, because I'm researching. It says, sorry, I just want to, because I can't believe it. You'll lose about 30 to 72 millilitres of blood. That's 5 to 12 teaspoons. Well, they need to update that because that is wrong. Well, for me, that is wrong. I have got a really heavy period where that means I have to wear a tampon and a pad at the same time. And I will still leak through. I have to put Inco sheets on my bed sometimes, so I don't, or towels, so I don't leak through. I have to wear, and guys, when you're on your period, thongs, if you have a heavy period, are probably not the way to go. Wear really big knickers like these. These are my period pants, big Bridget Jones knickers. So yeah, I wear really big pants. Also, I wear, it's all the time, not just at night. So I will wear the ultra towels, which are the longest and the widest towel you can have when you're basically on your period, because I just feel like I always want to be protected. And just because for me, mine are not manageable, But I wish I kind of knew this when I was younger, because I wanted to be prepared. Periods can make you feel like you're dirty and disgusting, unfortunately, because you're losing so much blood. So I'd really like recommend girls to get like downstairs cleaners like Femme Fresh, nothing with perfume in to irritate, so then you'll get like a water infection, all this kind of stuff. I didn't realise when this is so funny, I didn't realise like as well when you like becoming a woman that you get so much discharge. It's a normal bodily function. Also, I didn't realise you would get a pain up your bum. I swear to God, guys, you get a pain up your ass like when you're on your period. It's like I swear to God, I swear to God, it's like a really sharp like nerve pain that you get when like I get it just before I'm coming on my period, and I'm like, oh my God, it literally takes your breath away, and it's literally just all your like body working down there. Oh, my dad's a good little egg. He just brought me a coffee, and I was just talking about periods, and he was like, who are you talking to? I was like, the world, babe, I'm vlogging. For me, contraception. So obviously I've talked to you guys about before like how I actually haven't been on any contraception in a long time. But I'm actually getting nervous. Now I'm getting shy and nervous like at the same time, because this is normal. So Shan, just stop being a pussy. Okay, so I have recently just gone back onto contraception because for me, I wanted to be protected after knowing that basically I'm a-okay to get pregnant now. Like all the fertility stuff is okay down there, but also for peace of mind, and just to have now a decision for whenever I make the choice to have a baby, or if I'm in a relationship in the future, when it's our choice we want to have a baby. And also I was a bit silly to think that I would never get into a relationship ever again, or would never have sex ever again, or whatever. So I made a conscious and I think really mature decision to go back on contraception. Now, if you follow me, if you follow my journey, you will know that I have had an eating disorder, still suffer with that eating disorder. So finding a contraception really which side effects wasn't putting on weight, which I know girls like, one of the most common side effects is making you more hungry, or you know, your metabolism goes a bit shitty. Finding one that didn't make you put on weight was kind of hard, and there's no actual pill form or injection form. There's an internal like form, which is the copper coil, which I went with. Copper coil is a non-hormone contraception, and it basically gets put into your uterus. If I'm right, yeah, it definitely fucking did get put into my uterus. Girls, if you have not had a baby, honestly, take 2 paracetamol before you go and get your coil fitted, and have a hot water bottle on standby, because it's like a massive smear. For me, it was really painful. If you haven't had a baby, you're generally very tight. I was. It's actually when you get told by your doctor you're tight, you're like, thanks love. But no, it hurts. It's very uncomfortable, like a big smear. So if you're looking for that route, I'd honestly like really look into it. But there are other forms of contraception that you should be really considering looking at if you're having sex, and really it should be talked about. I don't know why, but yeah, there are 15 forms of contraception. I can't believe they're 15. And also, if you're having sex with a man, then he should wrap up as also, like, it's not always down to the woman. And I've heard, I know really men don't like wearing condoms because it's not the same feel. It doesn't feel the same, which, okay, but I swear to God, like the amount of different types of condoms I've saw floating around, I'm sure like Mr. Condom himself has definitely made one that basically feels as good, so do your research. But yeah, there are 15 types, so I'm just going to name them now. So there's a contraceptive pill, which there are different kinds. There's a diaphragm or a cap. I'm guessing that's what you, like a femidom. And if you don't know what a femidom is, that's like a femidom. No, a diaphragm. I don't even know what a diaphragm is. I'm going to look into that. And then there's the female condom, implant, injection, coil, hormonal coil. And then there's male condoms, natural family planning. So that's probably basically the pull-out game, maybe. Or don't do it when you're fertile. The patch, vaginal ring. What's a vaginal ring? Female sterilisation, and a vasectomy for men. So there's so many different kind of forms to it, and I actually didn't know there were so many, so I'm learning now. But guys and girls, it's not just from getting pregnant that we want to be protected from. We want to be protected from STIs, we want to be protected from infections, we just want to be all round protected. And if you feel like you need to be on a contraception and you want to start having sex or whatever, like, I'm not a sexual health nurse, but one thing I will tell you is I wish I learnt this earlier, just to have a well mindset. Yeah, so I felt really, and still kind of do feel really embarrassed talking about sex, which now I wish I didn't feel as embarrassed as I do, because it's a part of normal life, like it creates life. How could I be embarrassed about talking about something like that? And I feel that mainly it's because to do with my body, and obviously when you have sex you have to take your body out, like get undressed or whatever and show your body. And for me, having an eating disorder and having body confidence issues, I always wondered, oh my God, will people find me sexy, or they like me, or do they even want to have sex with me, or whatever. And I think I was always thinking about the other person or whatever. And I feel now like I should just be so confident and comfortable in myself, because I feel like you should feel sexy no matter, or when you do feel sexy, like embrace it, like it's nothing to be ashamed of. Sex to me, what sex means to me, I'm really old-fashioned. So, and this is my personal opinion. So I feel that for me, I have to love or really like somebody before I have sex with them. I'm not saying I'm having sex with everybody. I don't want to like put out the wrong thing. Basically, I believe in love and I believe in romance, and I think you do that when you love or you like, or you know, it's a connection. For me, it's giving myself to somebody, and I really hold it in really high regard. Whereas I know some people, they, you know, sex to them is different, and I really respect anybody's version, because who am I to judge? But for me, it's really special, it's very intimate, it's just, yeah, like I'm just a really hopeless romantic, I guess. I think like when I was growing up, you know, I was really scared about having sex. I was really scared. And now, like at 27, whoever I have sex with, I'm petrified, because in the way, like, I remember like learning about sex, and I was like, through songs, and I remember seeing lads in my year watch porn, and I was like, oh, does that mean I have to do it like that because that's sex, and that's like what lad's like, no, you fucking don't. No, you don't. You should never, ever, ever do anything that you're not comfortable with, even if you were gagging for it 20 minutes before leading up to it. If you say no, no means no, and I will always like champion that. I got really worried that was expected of me, like, you know, like I would have to act basically like a porn star, and well done to the porn stars, but I'm not that girl. I can't do that. And I think, like, I remember listening to this song, like, when I remember my sister actually had it on. I don't own any rights to this song, by the way, but I remember listening to this song when my sister, like, blasted it out through MSN days, and I was like, what? Lick it good. I think this is more controversial than WAP. Oh my god, like, I remember listening to that song growing up thinking, he wants to do what? He wants to lick what? I have to let him lick what? Like, I was so terrified. And I was like, oh my god, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm not experienced. Like, I don't know. Guys, like, you will find your own movement, your own ways, your own... Don't be worrying that you won't conform to this person. Like, when you're with somebody, you will just naturally, like, flow. And it will be what you want it to be in the end. I just feel like I would never really talked like this, and I feel like, Shan, like, you shouldn't be ashamed of talking about something so natural. And I hope, like, I pass this down to, like, my daughter, of, like, she could come to me about anything, because I don't want any subjects tabooed. And I really feel, in a way, sorry for my, like, my mum and that, like, or whoever, like, my dad, whatever. Like, they didn't feel really comfortable talking to me, because I feel like maybe it would have made a difference, maybe not. But I just want to say to you guys that, you know, you're not alone if you feel like I do about this whole stuff. Like, I'm 27 and I'm still learning, still growing, still finding new things about my body and you know, life. And hopefully I've made you laugh today and made you feel a little bit more comfortable. And yeah, let's talk about sex, baby. So cheers. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for letting me ramble on about what I feel this stuff's all about, and hopefully it's made you laugh, made you giggle, and just made you feel comfortable. Like, we have nothing to feel ashamed of about periods, about sex, about contraception. It's all a part of a normal bodily function or life. And let's just speak out for the next generation, or your generation, your kids, because we shouldn't feel ashamed. But thank you so much. I will see you next week with a brand new vlog, and yeah, wet ass pussy. Bye guys.